Ever feel like you're talking to a brick wall when all you want to do is connect with your family? You're not alone. According to AARP, 62% of people over the age of 50 feel their adult children or teenagers don't listen to them. And even though that's kind of an ouch, you don't have to stay there. I'm going to walk you through some simple ways to get the conversation flowing. Hi, I'm Ann. Y'all ready to chat? Here are 5 ways to help you get the conversation going. Let's get started. Number 1, active listening with empathy. Listen like you really, really mean it, even if you don't want to. Think of it this way, a radio. If you're not right on the frequency you need, you're going to hear static. Well, that's how a conversation goes if you're not listening. You need to be dialed in. So how do you do it? Look them in the eye and let them finish their sentence. Let them get it out. Even if you feel the need to interrupt and give your opinion, don't do it. Let them finish. And then reflect. If somebody's telling you they don't have enough money for the mortgage, reflect it back and just say, I get it. I understand that money problems and the mortgage are stressful factors on you. You're letting them know you're listening and that you're empathizing. Add a little validation if they say something, even if you don't agree. I get why you feel that way. I'd be frustrated too. Research from the University of Rochester found that validation cut defensiveness down 32%. That makes the conversation go a lot easier if they're not getting all defensive on you and pulling back. Listen, reflect, and validate. And here's a neat little trick. Have a follow-up and ask the question, what would you need to be okay? What would you need to not be so stressful? What can I do to help you through this? And don't do it in an accusatory way. Do it like in a curious way. What can I offer? Or what do you need? That'll go a long way. Grandchildren, you don't always get the full story from them. So if your grandson says school is pointless, instead of giving him a lecture on the importance of an education, ask him what's going on. You could say something like, sounds like you're stuck on something. Tell me more about it. Something going on? Let them open up to you. Don't lecture. Let them do the talking. And resist the urge to jump in with your own story. Well, when I was your age, I have a good friend, Suzanne, and she says when her granddaughter talks to her, she says, I clench my teeth like I'm going to crack them so that I won't talk until she's done. Let them have their say. Number 2, use I messages. Instead of saying, you never call me anymore, say something like, gee, I miss you. Can we make some time where we can talk? That's all. You're not berating them for not calling you. You're just telling them why you like to talk to them. Communicate. The formula for having this sort of a conversation is, I feel blank when blank because blank. What does that mean? Well, you fill in the blanks. For example, I feel worried when bills piled up because it makes me wonder about our future. You filled in all the blanks. And you can speak like that. And you're saying I. You're kind of putting it on yourself. You're asking for help, but you're not doing it in an accusatory or demanding fashion. Remember when you do this to deliver it calmly. This is an excellent technique for an aged parent who's still driving. I'm going through this right now, and when you want to check on their safety, then you should use this technique and write your sentence down on a card and keep it handy. If you say it to them over the phone or if you say that to them in person, I feel nervous when you don't come home right away because you're driving, or whatever makes sense to you. A 2022 study in the Gerontology Journal showed that iMessages reduced arguments within 6 weeks by 40%. You know what that means? That's like trading 2 fights a week for a calm chat. That comes to, I'm not sure, I've tried to work the math out, but it comes to eliminating 104 arguments a year. I think it's worth it. But there is a catch. Don't disguise iMessaging with blame. I feel you're so irresponsible. No, No. That's not the ticket. What you need to say is something like, I get upset when plans change at the last minute. And say it in a nice way. I get upset when plans change at the last minute. You're not telling them they're irresponsible. You're just telling them how you feel, and that's okay. Practice it on your cat, your dog. My neighbor was talking about doing this, and he practiced while he was cleaning his golf clubs. So now he thinks he's the wise grandfather instead of the cranky old man. That's a step in the right direction. Number 3, schedule family time. Put family time on the schedule. Treat it like a doctor's appointment because it's just as important. The health of your family is almost as important as your health. Consistency beats duration. 20 minutes once or twice a week beats 2 hours once a month. It gives you an opportunity to check in and have a short chat without feeling you have to entertain each other for a lengthy period of time. Think small rituals. They don't have to be a big deal. Maybe get together for coffee on Saturday, or you make your mother's famous chocolate pudding cake, and just the aroma of it draws everybody in. Little things like that. My sister-in-law takes her mother to church and then out to eat afterwards every week. She works. That's the only time she has to really get together with her, but that's a standing appointment that neither one of them misses. And if distance is a problem, no excuses. There's something called FaceTime with the phone, Zoom on your computer. You can do any one of these things. Just set it up so that you meet once or twice a week and have a little chat. Penn State backs this up. They found that families who made it a point to spend some time together every week had a 25% higher satisfaction of life across generations. No brainer. And don't forget, when you get together, the follow-up. If you've been to your daughter-in-law's house for dinner, send her a text the next day. Hey, great lasagna. Next time I'll bring a salad. Something fun. If you skip a week, don't sweat it. You can skip one once in a while and still be okay. Just make sure you follow up and get back on track again. That calendar entry is more than a date. It's a promise. Before I go on to number 4, which tip so far is speaking to you? No pun intended with communication. Put in the comments below what tip you think you might try or you've already tried. And while you're at it, if you could tap that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Number 4, read nonverbal cues. This is something that takes a little bit of practice. I mean, the obvious ones are crossed arms, glancing at their phone, yawning at you. Those are the obvious ones. But there are some that are more subtle. So pay attention to yourself. What do you do? When you get nervous or upset, do you bear down on your teeth and grind or clench your jaw? Your shoulders climbing? Well, that says you're stressed and you're about to snap. And if you see someone else doing that, they probably are too. That's my thing. My shoulders go up when I get all stressed and upset, although I'm a teeth clencher too. But be aware of what you do, and it'll be easier for you to be aware of what others do. When you're communicating and somebody is being open with you and relaxed with you, mirror it. A Harvard study found that mirroring other people's movements boosts trust 17%. So that might sound silly to mirror somebody, but if they see that you're reacting to them the same way that they're reacting to you, it'll go smoother. If they're giving you openness and you're giving them this, it's not to fly too well from a communication standpoint. So deep breath and mirror the good stuff. On the other hand, don't mirror the bad stuff. If somebody flares up to you, relax. Let them mirror you. Tone is everything. I have a slip up here because I tend to be real abrupt sometimes. So I don't mean to come off like I'm upset about something, but I'm in a hurry, so I'll say something. So instead of saying, "What do you mean?" I might say, "What do you mean?" One is accusatory. So watch your tone. If you find people reacting funny to you, and you don't think you're saying anything wrong, listen to yourself. Record yourself and the different ways you say something. You might be shocked. It'd be a humbling experience. I know it was for me when I tried that. And take a glance at the floor, under the table when you have somebody there. I mean, if somebody's feet are pointing toward the door or the other way, they want to leave. So wrap it up. Let them get going. They'll respect you for that. Number 5, lean on shared family values. This is one of my favorite ones because this is something when you instill in a child, that's a gift you give them their entire life. Family values are like heirloom silver. You polish it, you don't throw it out. So this is my favorite way when it comes to communicating. You can start by naming the value. In this family, we take care of each other. And that starts with helping mom with the groceries. That's not being demanding. That's just explaining you would like them to do something. And it's not explaining in a bad manner. And I don't mean say it in a tone. We'll get back to tone. In this family, we take care of each other. No, in this family, we take care of each other. Or any other value you have. State it, and then follow it up with whatever relates to it. Create a short family motto. We have one. I've been saying it for years. I started saying it when I was a teenager, and that is maintain coolness at all times. No matter what the situation is. Deep breath, maintain coolness. Because if you maintain your coolness, then you can think straight and you won't say things that you don't mean. I have it on the refrigerator so that everybody knows that that's our family motto. What's your family motto? If you don't have one, then why don't you all sit down together and come up with one and then put it on the fridge? And to tell you how important family values are, going beyond the motto, the University of Minnesota study found that those families that shared family values had fewer estrangements. In fact, it was 30% fewer. I'll go for that. And when you have a gathering, end it by putting a value on something. For instance, if you had an older child who helped one of the younger children out, or your cousin helped your granddaughter out, then comment on that. You know, I really appreciate how Lily had patience today and helped Emily cut her meat. That's letting everyone know somebody did something special and that we're a family. So be honest with your communication, non-judgmental. Watch your tone. Make it a point to schedule family time together and share values. If you like the video, do us a favor and comment below what you do to keep the lines of communication open and what values you've instilled in your children and grandchildren. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, thanks for the chat.